Brictopian. Hello, it's Brictopian here again, and this is a quick look at a MOC I've made. I based this MOC on some of the classic space sets, and I used inspiration from those to come up with my own design, which is what MOC stands for, my own creation. I was partly inspired by the LEGO classic space set One Man Spaceship because I liked the shape and the size of that set. Although mine can hold 2 passengers rather than just 1, because mine is slightly longer. The colour scheme, I've used blue just like the colour scheme on Classic Space, but unlike Classic Space I've used a lot of black and a lot of white, although some Classic Space sets do have both black and white on. I've also included red, which isn't that common in Classic Space but is only normally used for small details such as transparent lights and things. But I decided to make this MOC because I thought I wanted to make something for my sig figs, because I've got one of me and one of my girlfriend, and I thought it'd be cool to have a spaceship that we can both use. Because cars are nice to make and all, but I think spaceships are more fun and just more creative to do for me, and I love space stuff, so I thought I'd make my own thing. And I actually believe this looks a bit like even a NASA craft, a NASA space shuttle or something, because of the colours of the white and the black, especially at the front. But I just really love black and white as a contrast, and my sig fig has black on it and my girlfriend's sig fig has white on it, so that's why I include both those colours, and the red and blue also reference those sig figs, while obviously still connecting to Classic Space. The back, you got 3 of these flame elements, which I decided to include even though normal Classic Space sets don't have those. But I just think they look really awesome, especially when there's 3 of them and they're at different heights and lengths. I've included a little Classic Space 1x2 printed slope tile there, which is from the LEGO City Mars Exploration set, mission set. And I also have included this, which I cannot remember what it's from, but it's a tile that they've done before, which is also printed on there, and I loved it because it's got the black, blue and red on the background of the logo on this tile as well, so it matches the colours I've used. And I've split the colours down the middle, so it's red on one side and blue on the other, and I thought that looked really cool. I managed to use this tile, even though it's only a normal 2x2 tile. I've actually put it on a clip there, that one of the 1x2 plates with a clip in the middle, and then I've joined it to one of these sort of modified plate pieces that's got a bar on. So I did that because I thought it would look really good to have it at an angle, obviously, so it still flows with the shape of the craft. But I thought it just looks really good, and I've still managed to use a yellow piece, which is used similarly on the One Man Spaceship, which you can see here. And the difference is that mine has the roof overlapping, whereas this one it doesn't. It actually has the studs on top showing here, whereas mine, as you can see, doesn't have any studs showing there. On this one, the roof opens this way on the set, but on mine it opens differently, because on mine I actually lift this bit up and it opens like that. So mine opens upwards, whereas this one opens sideways. But yeah, like I say, mine can fit 2 passengers. I've only got one in here at the moment, but you can see the space in there for another person at the front. And I've even put some control panels at the back using 2x2 slope bricks. And they also come from the Mars Explorations mission set from LEGO City as well. Both of them do, and I've put them in the back. So obviously that's more modern and looks more close to modern iterations of Classic Space than the original stuff, but I just really liked it, and I wanted to make a nice little set that references original Classic Space, Neo Classic Space, and NASA style stuff as well at the same time. I've added 2 cats on the roof just randomly because I think they look awesome with my sig figs. Although I don't have cats, I just love cats and I wish I had some cats. So I've added an adult cat in the gingery colour, and then a kitten as well, which I just love the new kitten pieces. They look so cool. There's like 3 different ones. I think there's a grey one, a gingery one, and there's a white one. And I think the gingery one is still my favourite. At the back, yeah, apart from what I said, there's some trans yellow 1x2 plates there to add a bit of texture and like contrast to the white. I've used this arch piece that's like mud guards for wheels on like cars, like Speed Champions and that sort of thing, as a cover for over the top of the main thruster. And then the small thrusters are just put into 1x1 cylinder bricks with some 1x1 plates at the end with holes in. As you can see, some of the bits do break off quite easily on the end here, so I might modify this in the future, but I'm still happy with how it looks so far. I've added these weapons on the side, which again differs quite a bit from Classic Space, but I just thought they looked really cool, and it still goes with along the lines of something like Benny's spaceship. Underneath I made it quite stable, and I used this sort of big panel piece that's got it like sort of dips in the middle, one of these, and and there's a few pieces there, and they're sort of put in a line, and you can put a plate to keep them secure, and they come from that set I just mentioned as well. So there's quite a bit from that set. I haven't built anything from that set that it shows to make, but I wanted to use it just for this MOC because I thought it looked cool. I've used the rudders, these black rudder pieces that they use in certain sets, like Benny's spaceship for the little enemy craft. They use them, and I thought I'd use those in black and put them in the middle. I used 2 though on that, whereas the one-man spaceship set only has 1, and it's slightly different. I didn't include these pieces on my design because I just wanted it to be a little bit different. And I thought, I've got these weapons down here, and I've got other details on the wings, such as these little miniature white rudders as well, and these curved bricks. So I've got a bit of detail extra, so I didn't want to add that as well, although I could have done, but I thought I won't bother. And yeah, there's not a lot else I need to say really on it. I just enjoyed making this. It was fun, and I completely designed it myself. I mean, although I based it on the one-man spaceship, there is still so many differences between my design and that, and you can see how much longer it is than the one-man spaceship. If you compare the length of them, you can see mine is longer, and obviously the thrusters are very different as well. And yeah, the colour scheme could remind you of a flag, like either a Union Jack or a United States flag or something. That wasn't intentional, but it sort of has those colours, and someone could actually pretend it's like an American craft or UK spaceship of some sort if they really wanted to. But yeah, anyway, I can fit my sig figs in, which is great, and the cats can't really fit in there, but I like to put them just around it or whatever, and you can take them out, and they've got the seats in there of the Classic Space style seats, like the ones that are used in Benny's Spaceship and Benny's Space Squad and other sets like that. And yeah, there's the sig fig and my girlfriend's sig fig, which I've managed to update as well and give the new torso that has been used in that set as well. That came from that, and so did the legs, but the helmet and the visor didn't, and the headpiece didn't. And then there's my one, which has got the black helmet with the red visor and the red jacket with the black on design, which is from an earlier city set, not the most recent stuff. And then the legs are just black ones. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I liked doing this, and I just think Classic Space is a great theme, and we need more sets from it in modern times, and if not, make your own stuff. And although it's got a lot of differences to Classic Space, this MOC, it's still inspired by it, and I'm happy with how it's turned out. And yeah, it's quite solid, most of it, but like I said, these bits do fall off quite a lot, which is quite annoying. And the roof is quite long for the in regards to the back of it, and sometimes things like that happen where it will break off if you pull too hard on it. So that's something I could have worked on better, but I'm still happy mostly with how I made this MOC turn out. And it wasn't exactly difficult to make and come up with, but I have made a lot of changes and redone things and made alterations because there were things I decided that I could improve still. So yeah, anyway, that's just my thoughts on this MOC that I created, and I hope you like it, and hope it inspires other people to make their own MOCs to do with classic space that are somehow different, and that are just like a different, maybe parallel universe version of classic space, where they use different sorts of colours or slightly different lengths of ship. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on this MOC, and it was good to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe for more videos. See you soon. Goodbye.